Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, we are honored and humbled to have here in Ukraine, because literally we're in Ukraine now, our President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and Secretary Majorkas. And today we are giving back to Ukraine what Russians have stolen from the occupied territories, what they tried to steal, our history, our national identity, our artifacts, and our lives. And we will not allow them to do that. So with no further ado, Secretary Majorkas.
Thank you so much. Mr. President, before I share my remarks, I want you to know that the people here from the Department of Homeland Security, some are in uniform, others are not, are incredibly proud of what we have achieved for you and your country. These are individuals who dedicate their lives to this type of work. Some of them have a very strong personal connection to Ukraine. Tamara Sopka, who is here, is of Ukrainian heritage. Her parents are Ukrainian. She speaks a beautiful... Sam Giller, who is here, he was in Ukraine, lived in Ukraine for 2 years, teaching English to young people, and perhaps his Ukrainian is not as beautiful as Tamara's, but nevertheless.
Did they teach Ukrainian? Yeah,
Our common understanding and appreciation of history is often shaped by the objects and artifacts that remain. The Department of Homeland Security's history, and an important chapter in our nation's history, can be told in a twisted piece of metal from the wreckage of the World Trade Center on 9/11. That is why such a piece is the first thing anyone sees when they enter our department's headquarters. Tangible pieces of history pass down a story to all who consider them, a story that unites us and bonds us and can instill in us a sense of resolve and often pride in us. The United States knows this, Ukraine knows this, Russia knows this too, and they know the uniquely devastating, demoralizing, divisive impact of separating a culture from its tangible history. That is why, when President Biden told President Zelenskyy and the Ukrainian people they have America's full support against Russia's unprovoked war of aggression, it entailed more than military and intelligence support. It entailed more than emergency food aid and budget lifelines, more than deterring cyber attacks, more than the support the Department of Homeland Security has given to facilitate the safe transfer of people and goods across the Ukrainian border. Full support also means helping to safeguard Ukrainians' independent identity and inspiring history against Russian efforts to appropriate and erase both. Our department has been extraordinarily proud to support this effort. Our Uniting for Ukraine initiative has provided safe haven and security for more than 154,000 Ukrainians, and in them, their ideals, their culture, their customs, their artistry, and more. In small ways, we are also working to preserve Ukraine's tangible history as the 10 axes, swords, and daggers we are repatriating to the Ukrainian people today exemplify. For hundreds of years, and in the case of 2 swords, for over 2,000 years, they were Ukrainian relics of Ukrainian history on Ukrainian land. Each artifact was stolen, illegally taken from Ukraine and brought to Russia. Each was shipped by a Russian trafficker to the United States on its way to a buyer. Each package was flagged by our National Targeting Center, intercepted en route at our New York City port of entry, and seized by U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers. Thanks to their work, as well as the work of our Immigrations and Customs Enforcement and Homeland Security Investigations workforce, Each artifact is being returned to the people and the nation of Ukraine today. Once again, these artifacts, which embody the unique history of Ukraine and the centuries-old resolve of its people, will reside at home where they belong. It is my sincere hope that now these enduring pieces of history also will forever tell the story of the bond between Ukraine and the United States of America. I want to again thank our entire Department of Homeland Security workforce for their work supporting Ukraine, and I want to thank President Zelenskyy, Ambassador Markarova, and the Embassy of Ukraine for the honor of returning these artifacts in person. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава. Thank you, Minister. Great job, thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said to Minister, that every time, first of all, thank you for your great work, those really tough support for us, for our life, because every time when something is coming back to Ukraine, something stolen by the Russians, it means that life comes back to Ukraine and justice. What is very important, that justice comes back. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
For these very important moments for all of us.
We're honored.
Honored.
All of us. Mr. President.
Yes, you need me?
Yes.
Okay. I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you again. Thank you, Mr.
Minister.
President. Honored.
Оксана, дякую вам.
Congratulations.
I'd love to present you with our challenge grant that was at the festival with him. Thank you so much. Oh yes, we have the F-16. We're very excited to welcome the Ukrainian pilots to the 162nd.